Hello and welcome to Murphy's Garden, and this is just a little midweek video that I thought I'd do, inspired by just making lots of things from the dried flowers that we're producing in the garden. I've been having a lovely day today, just having a go experimenting with different things. Going tomorrow to Woolerton to see Leslie Jenkins at Woolerton Old Hall. She's going to take us around the garden and have a little chat, so I wanted to give her something just as a little thank you, and I thought it'd be nice to give her something from the garden, as she's a keen gardener like I am. So all the dried flowers that I've been making, I have been making some little wreaths and things with them, and I'm getting some quite good results. I had previously bought the wreaths, but that obviously is going to work out expensive, and I thought it'd be quite nice to find a way of making our own. So we've got lots of clematis in the garden, which was getting a bit out of control and going all over the place. So I've cut it back a little bit, and using the offcuts, I've just bound these into circles and tied them with twine quite tightly, and I think they look quite natural and just quite nice really. I'm pleased with those. And so I've got the base now to attach the dried flowers. So the dried flowers, we've been picking masses of them, and it does take an awful lot of dried flowers to cover a wreath. You always need more than you think, much more than you do with fresh flowers. So I want to keep picking them. I put them up in the beams in the kitchen, which is a north facing kitchen. It's ideal, they dry really well there. So I've been doing that. This is all I've got left, so I will be picking again tonight and drying a lot more. So the first one that I did was this one, which takes an awful lot to cover it. I've covered probably about 80% of the wreath with the dried flowers, and what I do is I make up little bouquets, individual bouquets, and then I attach the bouquets with wire all the way around, and it attaches them and keeps it really firm, really secure. This one used an awful lot of flowers up, so I wanted to find a way of doing it that perhaps didn't involve quite so many. But the reason for using up so many is that you want to cover the wire so that it doesn't look ugly. So this was a way way round of covering the wire. So I've used this sort of taffeta to cover the wire, and I think that's looking quite nice. And that used probably about half the number of flowers compared to the other one. And then I've also experimented, like this is an oval shaped wreath. So I thought it'd be nice just to put flowers along the bottom, and then I've just put a little hook on the top as well, so it can be hooked onto perhaps a door or something. And then this one again I've done with the taffeta around the top and then flowers along the bottom. So I'm just experimenting with different ways of doing it, but they're quite secure, they're quite robust really. And then the other thing I've been working on is just to make these little miniature posies, because I thought it's my mum and dad's wedding anniversary, and instead of sending fresh flowers, I thought it would be quite nice to send flowers from our own garden. And a way to do that in the post was to make this tiny little bouquet. I've put a little gift tag on it and a pressed pansy, and then I've got these little boxes, and they're ideal, so the little flowers just fit inside perfectly. And then just to complete the look, what I've done, I've got some material, this is cotton, and I've been banging the flowers against the material, and it just releases some of the pigment, and it's looking quite nice. I do need a little bit more work. I think this fabric is a little bit too thick, and sometimes it's quite difficult to get the colour to come off, so I am still experimenting with that, but I thought it's quite good to use as a sort of reusable wrapping paper. And then I've just what I do is just wrap the flowers in the paper, and then I can pop that in the post. So all these gifts inspired from the garden. I'm really enjoying it. I can't tell you how much enjoyment I get from doing it. I absolutely love it. So hope you like it, and perhaps it inspires you to do a few little things from the garden too. Thanks very much for watching, and join us next video is when we go to visit Woolerton Old Hall, and I've got lots of questions ready to ask Leslie, and we'll see how we get on, and hopefully get lots of ideas from her. Particularly want to ask her questions about her planting, and just get ideas on the planting that we can see at Woolerton. So join us in the next video. Bye for now.